right, and so there are no more
Madam Chair,
members. Yes,
very
yes.
quick manifestation only
Please proceed.
to the interpellation of the Honorable Marcoleta. It is my understanding that he's questioning the position of COA for disclosing the notice of disallowance, considering that the OVP has not yet filed its answer. I just wish to manifest, Madam Chair, that the filing of an answer or appeal as the more appropriate term is not mandatory. Instead, it is the discretion of the OVP. As a matter of fact, if the OVP fails to file an appeal, it renders the disallowance final and executory. Otherwise, if they file an appeal, there's a possibility for reversal. And be that as it may, Madam Chair, this representation does not see any issue why the COA should not disclose the notice of disallowance. Let us all be reminded by the constitutionally guaranteed right of the citizens to public information on matters concerning public interest. And even assuming that after the filing of an appeal, the notice of disallowance was reversed, the COA has all the liberty to disclose to the public that they were wrong in issuing the ND, and that later on the OVP was able to justify the basis for the issuance of the ND. So to conclude, Madam Chair, the filing of an answer or an appeal as a more appropriate term is not mandatory. Instead, it is discretionary. If the OVP files an appeal, then she has a chance to reverse the decision in the ND. Otherwise, if they opt not to file an appeal, then the ND becomes final and executory. Thank you, Madam Chair.
And to add, there is no specific provision in the joint circular prohibiting the disclosure of an ND. And number two, by definition, kung na-disallow na ang isang expense, ibig sabihin nun ay hindi siya confidential. Kaya pwede nating pag-usapan. And besides, ito po ay in aid of legislation. And so with that,
Madam Chair.
yes, the Honorable Bong Teves.
Madam Chair, just a short manifestation. I just want to express my support to the statement of our Chairman El Saldico. And also, according to the leader of the OVP, Office of the Vice President, they defer to the discretion of and judgment of the committee. Nasa atin na po ang bola. Therefore, given the circumstances, I encourage my fellow colleagues to do the right things. Nakita natin ang unexplained notice ng COA sa Office of Vice President. At kanina, yung overpriced rental ng offices ng Office of Vice President. Let us consider this in passing the budget of the OVP at the proper time. At isa pa, gusto ko pong ipaliwanag yung sinabi ni Congressman Marcoleta. Ang lahat po na sinasabi niya kanina ay tinanong na natin nung first hearing. Pero hindi naman po sinasagot ng tama ng mismo ni Vice President Sara. Ngayon, wala pa siya. Paano niya masasagot kung wala siya? Kaya bilang pagbabastos din sa atin, siguro napakapangit tingnan. Siguro tayo na po ang maghusga para sa budget ng Office of the Vice President. Thank you very much.
Salamat. So, there being no other member who wishes to interpolate, I'd like to recognize the Honorable Jill Bongalon.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, as a final statement, I wish to express my frustrations because I went here with questions. I am totally prepared because I was not able to ask questions during the last budget hearing. But the questions remained unanswered, Madam Chair. What is more frustrating, Madam Chair, is that we have a Vice President na nagpa-interview pa po kahapon at ngayon po no-show siya sa budget hearing ng kanyang pong proposed budget for the fiscal year 2025. Ang kini-question ko po dito, Madam Chair, is yung importansya ng pag-a-attend at pag-scrutinize ng budget. I hope in the next year and in the next generation ay hindi na po ito pamarisan at hindi po mangyari sa mga susunod na taon. Another thing, Madam Chair, with the responses from the Commission on Audit, what is apparent is that common in internal bureaucracy that the efforts to streamline the operations were measured but still insufficient. Sa madaling salita po, Madam Chair, nagtayo po ng sariling burokrasya ang ating opisina ng Vice Presidente. Pero tinimbang, ngunit kulang ng Commission on Audit. Having said that, Madam Chair, I move that we defer the termination of the deliberation of the proposed budget of the Office of the Vice President subject to conditions either number 1, reduce the proposed budget of the Office of the Vice President, and number 2, place the certain funds on hold until further discussions are held. I so move, Madam Chair.
There's a motion. Do I hear a second?
So yan.
Right, so duly seconded. Hearing no objection, the motion is carried.